On our language track, we have 3 different modules. Now, the language track programs are interactive and therefore prompts you to interact with the program at all times. If we have to show you everything, it's going to take us more than 40 hours. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of each of these programs. As I said, there are 3 modules. So we've got the language track 3 and 4 for the grade 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Let's start with the grade 3 and 4. So we'll select our class first of all, and then we select our name.
Hi, I'm Mike, the director of the Stepping Stones Community Center, and I coordinate the many different events that take place here. Our community center has a theater, a library, a media center, and a recreation center. In the theater, you will visit a script room, a costumes and props room, as well as a rehearsal room, and develop an individual writing journal. At the media center, you will work with a variety of media and develop different skills as you create a display board or community newsletter. In the library, you will read a variety of stories and nonfiction material and develop your own read-to-write portfolio. We cannot forget the need to practice, and in the recreation center, you will review a variety of grammar and spelling skills while competing with a number of different zany characters. Click on one of the doorways to get started.
Right, we're going to take level 1 and we're going to start by the recreation center.
Welcome to the Stepping Stones Sports Facility. My name is Kira, and my job is to guide you through the facility. Click on one of the areas to the right. This will allow you to enter one of the areas and develop some skills before playing a game. Are you ready to have some fun and be challenged? Then let's go.
Okay, we have our 5 different areas here. Let's take the flippers, for instance.
Welcome to the pool area. Today, you will be participating in a swim meet. But before we go to the pool, there are a few skills that we need to review. One of the topics we are going to review is parts of speech. Some parts of speech are nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs.
For the teachers, to get the learning outcomes for that specific skill, we click on Info, and it's going to give us the learning outcomes under this skill. Right, let's start. The green arrow will flash, so we click on the arrow.
A noun is a word that names a person, place, or thing. I'll give you a sentence that has 3 nouns in it. Lorenzo plays on a soccer team in Ottawa. Lorenzo names a person. Ottawa names a place. Team names a thing.
Right, so we have the explanation on what a noun is. Then we carry forward, we'll get explanation on the verb, what is a verb, what is an adjective, and what is an adverb. Thereafter, we get our practice section, where we're going to have 4 questions.
This is only a practice. Click on all the nouns in this sentence.
So let's do the first one. That will be Amanda, goggles, mother. We mark
Correct.
it.
Good job.
And we get feedback. We can ask for new questions. I'm not going to go through the whole practice. Let's go to the test section.
The object of this game is to win the swim meet by answering the given questions correctly. For each question that you answer correctly, your character will move forward. If you are incorrect, then your competitors may take the lead. Now choose one of the characters to swim for you. Click on Go to start the race.
So this is a test, but you will notice that it is interactive and friendly and exciting for the kids. We're going to leave the frog as our character. And we have to now select the verb. The policeman chased the robbers through the town, so it will be chase. We mark it.
Excellent
and
choice.
We will start to swim. We've got 10 questions here. New question. Just do the noun.
Oops.
If we do it incorrect, we won't move forward.
Oops.
Okay, we have to go through all 10 questions. And the last one.
Oops.
We will then get our score.
Congratulations on completing the race.
1
Your
out of
results
10,
have
so we
been
are
posted.
10% for this test.
Do you want to race
That will
again?
be stored in our records then. Right, so this is on the grade 3 and 4. So let's go language track 5 and 6. We will select our class and we select the student.
Welcome to Language Track, on location with language for grades 5 and 6. My name is Chris. I'm your guide to get you into the program. you will be visiting different locations to learn about language and practice your skills. Let's see where you can go. One location is the publishing company. Here you can visit Kids Connect News and produce your own newspaper. You can also visit the writing room and explore writing stories, poetry, letters, and instructions. Another location is the production studio. You will learn about advertising and get the chance to design some ads of your own. The third location is the Communication Museum. By visiting different exhibits, you will expand your spelling, vocabulary, and grammar skills. The fourth location is the library. Here the worlds of fiction and non-fiction are open for you to explore. You can hone your research and reading skills. Select a location to visit.
Let's do the first one on level 1, Communication Museum. We have the different sections. Let's take languages. And on the languages we'll start, you'll see we have to move forward by clicking on the forward button. If we take a look at uses of languages,
before we look at some ways that languages can be used, let's look at synonyms. Did you know that the root nym comes from the Greek word onoma, meaning name? Syn means like or same. Therefore, the word synonym means a word of similar or like meaning. A synonym for the word able is strong, and a synonym for funny would be comical. Words can have more than one synonym.
okay, so we have our lesson on synonyms, then we'll have one on antonyms,
How is like
and then we'll have the
Click on
practice
the word
section
that
on
you
that,
think is
where
the
it
best
says
synonym.
beginning, which is the same
You will be
synonym
marked
that
on
will
your
be
answers,
start,
and
for
you may
instance,
return to the
people,
paragraph if you
community, and we can fill in our practice section. So this Communication Museum is, as we explained earlier, that is our vocabulary and language uses. Right, let's go out and we're going to go to level 2 now. And we're going to the library. And let's have a look at the Fable Favorites.
Fable Favorites. Welcome to the fascinating world of fables. Fables are short stories that teach lessons. They are unique because the main characters are usually animals that speak and behave like humans.
Okay, we click
Fables
forward.
can be wise
So we
or
get an
silly
explanation
stories,
on what
many
fables
getting
is and
around.
how it
The
gets
symbols along the
used.
top of each screen are there to help you as you read. To
This
read
is
or
how we
reread
can
the story,
read either
click
by
on the
ruler,
book.
finger,
To
or
use a ruler
color-coded
to help you read
paragraphs.
sentences or lines, click on the What can we learn from the story of a carefree grasshopper and a hard-working ant? As you read, try to guess what lesson the grasshopper had to learn and how we can use that lesson in our lives today.
Okay, so we're going to
As
read
you
the story
you will
now.
notice that fables have
Where we
the
have
following
characters,
elements.
settings, problems,
Characters that
ending,
are
and what is the
usually
moral
ex-
of the story. And we'll read through it step by step. Explaining the setting scene to me, the situation, the ending, the conclusion.
The characters in fables usually have characteristics that are opposite to one another. How
And
would
now
you
we'll
compare
have the
ant to
comprehension
grasshopper?
test on the,
Complete the crossword puzzle using evidence from the story.
part that we've just read.
Summarize the fable of the ant. Often in fables, the character
We
choose
would
one of
have to
Aesop's
fill it in
fables
then.
to read.
Right, so this is more or less what the library looks like. Let's go and look at grade 7 and 8. We will select our class first of all. We select our name and we will go to level 1. Level 1 is for grade 7 and then level 2 is for grade 8. Let's go to level 2.
Welcome to Language Trek on location with language for grades 7 and 8. You will be visiting different sites to learn about language and practice your skills. Let's see where you can go. In level 2, you can visit 5 locations. If this is your first time using Language Trek, you should start with the Word Processor Training Center. Here you will learn the various features of the word processing tool required throughout the program. On the Writer's Passage, you will write for various purposes and audiences. Some of your writing will be creative, such as stories and poetry, but you will also do real-life writing by composing resumes and opinion pieces. At Mega Show, you will learn about multimedia production techniques as you design and produce your own show. While whitewater rafting at the river, you will refine your spelling, vocabulary, grammar, and sentence structure skills. A visit to the mall leads you through an exploration of both fiction and nonfiction. At this location, you will hone your reading and research skills. Click on a choice to begin.
Right, we've selected level 2. Let's have a look at the writer's passage.
Welcome to the Writer's Passage. My name is Chris. My friend Tara and I will be your guides.
You can choose to visit the transportation depot, our poetry cafe, the employment center, or the courthouse. Click on your choice.
Let's go to the poetry cafe.
Here's the place I told you about. It's supposed to be great.
We will work through it step by step by clicking on the forward, where we get the explanation on how different poems are set out.
Alliteration could be the repetition of a T sound. Assonance could be the repetition of an O sound. Onomatopoeia could be a whirring sound. Rhyme could be the words drum and glum.
Okay, so we'll work through
Explore
step by
your
step.
sound sensitive.
Look,
And
Test
where
your
we will
voice.
also get a chance then to write our own
finished it.
poem.
A picture poem communicates a poetic message.
Right, after going through all those, we can have a look at our records on all the different strands, where we can look at the scores, where we haven't done any tests. And according to activities, exactly where we utilized our time, according to date, the time, and how many minutes did we spend on which activity. So this is the languages covered under the different strands.